Psalm 37, 38. A psalm by David, for remembrance concerning the Sabbath. O Lord, do not rebuke me in your wrath, nor chasten me in your anger. For your arrows are fixed in me, and your hand rests on me. There is no healing in my flesh because of your wrath. There is no peace in my bones because of my sins. For my transgressions rise up over my head. Like a heavy burden they are heavy on me. My wounds grow foul and fester. Because of my folly, I suffer misery, and I am utterly bowed down. I go all the day long with a sad face. For my loins are filled with mockeries. And there is no healing in my flesh. I am afflicted and greatly humbled. I roar because of the groaning of my heart. O Lord, all my desire is before you. And my groaning is not hidden from you. My heart is troubled, my strength fails me. And the light of my eyes, even this is not with me. My friends and neighbors draw near and stand against me. And my near of kin stand far off. And those who seek my soul use violence. And those who seek evil for me speak folly. And they meditate on deceit all the day long. But I like a deaf man do not hear. And I am like a mute who does not open his mouth. I am like a man who does not hear. And who has no reproofs in his mouth. For in you, O Lord, I hope. You will hear, O Lord my God. For I said, let not my enemies rejoice over me. For when my foot was shaken, they boasted against me. For I am ready for wounds. And my pain is continually with me. For I will declare my transgression. And I will be anxious about my sin. But my enemies live, and are become stronger than I. And those who hate me unjustly are multiplied. Those who repaid me evil for good slandered me, because I pursue righteousness. And they threw away my love as though it were a stinking corpse. Do not forsake me, O Lord. O my God, do not depart from me. Give heed to help me. O Lord of my salvation. Psalm 38, 39. For the end, for Jeduthun, an ode by David. Said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I set a guard on my mouth. When the sinners stood against me, I was deadened and humbled, and I kept silent, even from good. And my grief was stirred anew. My heart was hot within me. And in my meditation, fire will be kindled. I spoke with my tongue. O Lord, make me to know my end. And what is the measure of my days? So as to know what I lack. Behold, you made my days as a handbreadth. And my existence is as nothing before you. But all things are vanity, and every man living. Nevertheless man walks about like a phantom. Surely in vain they stir themselves up. He stores up treasure, but does not know for whom he will gather it. And now what is my patience? Is it not the Lord? And my support is from you. Deliver me from all my transgressions. You made me a reproach to the undiscerning. I was dumb and opened not my mouth. For you are he who made me. Take away your scourges from me. Because of the strength of your hand I fainted. With rebukes you chasten a man for his transgression. And you cause his soul to waste away like a spider web. But every man stirs himself up in vain. Hear my prayer, O Lord. And give ear to my supplication. Do not be silent at my tears. For I am a sojourner before you. And a stranger, as were all my fathers. Do not forsake me, that I may revive. Before I depart and am no longer here. Notes from the previous page. 37:1 Psalm 37 reveals the great love of Christ for mankind in his sufferings and death on the cross, especially v18, for I am ready for wounds, and my pain is continually with me. And although he was separate from sinners, Hebrews 7:26, and knew no sin. 2 Corinthians 5:21, yet out of his great compassion for sinners, he prays this prayer in a relative sense as though he were one of them. Thus, he takes the place of sinners as one of them, and intercedes to the Father for their salvation in the midst of his sufferings and death on the cross. 38:1 Psalm 38 reminds the Church of its pilgrim status in the present world, a sojourner and a stranger, v 13, see also 1 Peter 1:1. For God's people are to look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come, Creed. For Christ is the end, v 1. Meanwhile, 1, the tongue is to be kept from sinning, verses 2, 3, 2, the heart is to be on fire with meditation on the things of God, v 4, 3, man, made by God, v 10, is to grow in divine knowledge, so as not to lack, v 5, or be deadened, v 3, by transgressions, verses 9, 12. Rather, he is to revive before he departs in death, no longer here, v 14. A handbreadth, v 6, is an ancient unit of measure of about 4, 1/2 inches, here used to show the brief span of our lives.